How's it going, everyone? Want to give you guys a heads up on a free title you can pick up on the PlayStation Store coming off the heels of the State of Play. Kind of went a little bit under the radar, but we'll talk about it. Also, speaking of free-to-play, a major free title has gotten announced for a PlayStation 5 version. We'll talk all about that. And continuing with State of Play, I do want to reiterate that there will be another State of Play next week. One of those titles that I was expecting to see at the State of Play that just happened will be on the center stage when it comes to February 6th. And reasoning for that as well, we'll talk about that, but again, more on that at the end of this video. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys, please like this video and do leave a comment with your thoughts. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. First of all, Silent Hill: The Short Message is available free. It is a very, very short game. Konami said that this is their future vision of how they want to do horror games, or how they see their future horror titles turn out. I don't know if I'm really crazy about that idea after playing this. You know, they tried to go for a lot of contemporary ideas with how modern society reacts and how modern society acts and whatnot, and I liked some of the ideas in it, but how it was realized in this game, I'm really not a big fan of it, but I recommend you guys to check it out for yourself, and you can try it out and see what you think. Following messages from her friend Maya, Anita finds herself at a crumbling apartment block infamous for rumors of suicides drawn inside. She soon finds her sense of reality shattered as she encounters bizarre, otherworldly spaces haunted by twisted monsters. The message was clear: can't leave till you find him. But what is it that she's really looking for? An all-new modern Silent Hill experience powered by the latest in-game technology, now available free-to-play exclusively on PlayStation 5. Now, the game gets a lot of things right in terms of ambiance, visuals, sound design. Those elements are rather strong, but overall, in terms of the direction of horror games, which again is what Konami illustrated it as, and given that it's a free-to-play title that they want a lot of people to check out, I wasn't crazy about it, but maybe I'll be in the minority on that. Check it out for yourself, and you guys can come to a conclusion on your own. Moving on from that, speaking of free, huge news coming from Hoyoverse. They will release free-to-play urban fantasy action RPG Zenless Zone Zero for PlayStation 5. The game was already confirmed for PC, iOS, and Android, so definitely big news here. Even if the Hoyoverse titles aren't my cup of tea, and they are, like, I'm not super into Genshin or anything like that, but it has a huge, huge fan base, and getting this game on PlayStation 5 is still a big deal. Zenless Zone Zero is Hoyoverse's latest urban fantasy action RPG alongside a unique art style, dynamic music, and urban life gameplay. The game features thrilling action combat that aims to appeal to both action veterans and newcomers. In the game's story, contemporary civilization has been destroyed by a supernatural disaster known as Hollows. Neo-Radio, the last urban civilization that survived the apocalypse, manages to thrive by acquiring the technology to extract essential resources out of the Hollows. Players will embark on an adventure as proxies who cooperate with distinctive agents and unveil the unknown mysteries behind New Eridu and the Hollows. During the latest PlayStation State of Play livestream, Zenless Zone Zero confirmed coming to PS5 through an all-new trailer. The trailer dynamically showcased the new characters, as well as the newly overhauled urban environment. The viewers were presented with an array of exciting battles between agents and their enemies in the Hollows before concluding the trailer with one of the dual protagonists navigating the Hollow deep dive system. Looking to push the boundaries of game design and action experience, the development team behind Zenless Zone Zero is now empowered by the cutting-edge technology and hardware capabilities of the PS5 to continue crafting an enchanting virtual world. A brand new immersive experience awaits as proxies embark on their adventure in New Eridu and engaging in thrilling Hollow battles. A free-to-play game that certainly won't be for everyone, but if you're a fan of the Hoyoverse titles, this is yet another one to check out, obviously off the heels of the success of Genshin Impact, and not to mention Honkai Star Rail has been incredibly successful as well. Zenless Zone Zero is the latest one, and I'm sure that it's going to have a significant audience attached to it, and it will be coming to PlayStation 5 completely free-to-play. Obviously, the game will have microtransactions, and I know people that have sunk quite a pretty penny into Genshin and Honkai, but I also know people who have played both of those titles without dropping a lot of money. So certainly you can play these games and be a free-to-play player. It just depends how invested you want to get into the game. So keep that in mind with Zenless Zone Zero. Again, coming to PS5 sometime in the future. We don't have an official release date or anything like that. Lastly, I do want to note that while we're coming off the heels of a State of Play event this week, and I was very, very positive on that show. Look, I thought it was one of the better State of Play events that I've ever seen, and a lot of the State of Play events leave me a little disappointed, and certainly the PlayStation Showcase last year still leaves a horrible memory ingrained into my mind. Like, that was an awful, awful show. One of the worst events, given the expectation level. Like, that event was just straight up trash. State of Play a couple days ago was very, very good, and it will be back next week with a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth State of Play. It has been announced for February 6th. Now, I was expecting that at the State of Play event that we just saw after Death Stranding 2, they were going to be like, okay, new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer, and then we're going to get a stealth drop of the demo, much like they did with Final Fantasy 16 and that game getting its DLC. I thought they were going to do the same thing with FF7 Rebirth, but the fact that they're doing its own State of Play 3 weeks ahead of the game's release, the game does drop on February the 29th. So 3 weeks ahead of that, a little over 3 weeks, we're getting a State of Play centered around FF7 Rebirth. I would have to assume that there's going to be a demo drop as well. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just throwing that out there, given that we got a demo right around that window for Final Fantasy VII Remake ahead of that game's official release. Would make all the sense in the world to get a demo for Rebirth as well. What we're going to get out of that demo, I don't know. But also, somebody did note in the comments section that February 6th is the birthday of one Aerith, and I found that to be interesting. I didn't even know that that was the case. Somebody clarified that to me, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Dropping this State of Play and a potential demo on what is Aerith's birthday. Like, they're very good with timing things out, but also January 31st was FF7 Day, but hey, February 6th being a special day as well, more power to you. And obviously with FF7 Rebirth, like, this story arc, Aerith is very much going to be at the heart of the story. I mean, the whole cast is going to be at the heart of the story, but given if you played FF7, you know that Aerith is a big, big part of Rebirth, to say the least. Now, how Aerith's story arc is going to be altered in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I do think it will be altered, but man, that's one of the most engaging elements of this game. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited for this game, is the mystery, the unknown, and that's what I think a lot of people are excited for when it comes to this game. It's that we are in uncharted territory now. We're in uncharted waters, and leading into the release of the remake, while I was excited for the remake, I was like, narratively, I know what to expect out of this game. And then it was flipped on its head, and I was like, okay, now I'm really, really interested. Although, with FF7 Remake, my boy, a few days prior to the release of the game, spoiled me the entire story with FF7 Rebirth. Fingers crossed that won't be the case this time around. You guys know how it is sometimes. You just get people that are not that considerate, and this one friend of mine is very much trying to troll people. So, yeah, I was very much annoyed by that, but what can you do? Hopefully that won't be happening with Rebirth. But State of Play for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, again, that'll be happening February the 6th. And that's gonna do it for me. Again, Silent Hill, the short message, available free right now on the PlayStation Store. Go check it out for yourself. Again, while I was a little down on it, I think some of you guys will have a difference of opinions on it, and let me know what you guys think. Again, I wasn't crazy about it. Zenless Zone Zero, another free title, has added a PS5 version officially. I think most of us expected it would get a PS5 release, but now we do know for sure. And State of Play returns next week with FF7 Rebirth. Fingers crossed on the demo coming that day as well. But that's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.